Hello, everybody. I am a piranha plant.
Don't say that.
Piranha Plant is banned from the Ig'rance podcast.
I am. You guys remember that one old Vine where the dude's like, "Yo, this kid must be on crack or something," and he throws the basketball at his head.
No,
It goes like, "Yeah,
no,
yeah."
I don't know this.
I don't,
Oh.
but I like that.
Well, I'm that kid.
Oh, I'm the Nintendo Switch controller dog.
The what?
Excuse me.
Have y'all not seen the thing where the controller and the Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons inside the controller thing look like a fucking dog?
Well, we're all just memes today.
All right.
And welcome to the Ig'rance podcast.
Yeah, we're starting off on track.
Yeah, I mean, this is par for the course with us. Nonsense, so.
But yeah, new schedule. Yeah,
Yeah,
I guess we're into it. So
gotta love that awkward silence.
that's the best
Hey, you
kind
made
of
it awkward.
silence.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you
If
get it
we
now?
actually did editing, I would put that in the video. But just type in Joy-Con dog mouth sticker on the internet, and you'll probably be able to find it.
Oh, you could probably just type in Nintendo Switch dog, and then you'll get some very bad NSFW things, and then also that.
Excuse me? Oh, it does kind of look like a dog.
Like a really derpy dog.
Yeah.
Like one eye is way above the.
It's a little droopy dog, you know.
It reminds
One
me
eye.
of the dog from Undertale.
One eye's looking at you, one eye's looking for you.
He's looking at your head. Anyway, we have a lot to talk about this week because we didn't record last week, so we kind of are late to the game with the big thing that happened.
Yeah, of course, the week that we decide to switch up our schedule, the universe is like, well,
All of the things.
But it's all right because we're gonna talk about it anyway because I know you still want to hear it. So
Yeah, you've
Yeah.
heard about it 17 times from better YouTubers, so...
no, no one's better than us. Your favorite YouTuber, we're better than them.
Yeah, you're right. We are your favorite YouTuber now.
Yeah. So, I guess do we want to start with the big thing or I guess there are two big things that happened. Right?
let's get these two out of the way and then we can end with the big thing.
Wait, which one's the big thing? The first one?
The-
Okay.
Yeah.
I know that's big for us, but the second one is also,
The second one is big for the world.
well, I don't know if one's bigger than the other.
I do, but we.
I
Can,
was
Who
I
has the
was in-
biggest, do you think?
the first.
I was in GameStop yesterday, and the first one wasn't being talked about at all. The second one was the only one.
Out yet.
Neither is the second one.
But that one's doing this whole demo thing that you.
Okay, so
No one has any idea what we're talking about.
Anyway, right. Just get into it. Jeez.
you go first, Josh. We'll talk about your thing.
Fallout 76, I'm assuming.
I don't want to talk about your other thing.
Whoa.
Well, all right. Let's go do a podcast at night.
I don't know. We're not going to start Ig'rance at night. That's not
Oh my.
Ig'rance after dark.
Ig'rance Adult Swim.
Josh, talk about the game you
All right.
played this past week.
All right, yeah. So I bought the Fallout 76 demo. I streamed it a little bit. We're
Are you gonna plug that?
No, I'm not gonna plug my stream. I'm gonna plug our stream that hasn't been made yet. Ig'rance Live. The working title is gonna be our stream channel. We'll plug that in the description of this video when it happens. But when Fallout 76 releases, we're probably gonna be streaming that.
Yeah.
Without me.
I mean, you can be there.
Yeah, you can
You can watch.
watch the stream and commentate.
Folks listening, they made this plan without me. These are my co-hosts. And one of them's my family, but, this is how they treat me. It's all right.
No,
Yeah, it's me,
Michelle,
I'm
we
the
want you
family.
to be there, but my line of thinking was I know you weren't super into Left 4 Dead because FPSs aren't really your thing. I didn't
I'm
want
dead
to.
weight guy. That's what they're trying to say.
No, I
audience. I'm
just
dead
didn't
weight.
want to tie you down to something you don't care about.
You see all these words he's putting into our mouths?
See how sensitive these two are?
I'm not sensitive. I'm bullied.
This is fucking ignorance.
Well, we took a break, and it's good to see nothing's changed.
Right?
But yeah, yeah, we'll be streaming Fallout. I mean, we'll have already done it by the time this podcast goes up.
Would we have? Like, doesn't Fallout come out, like, not this next week?
Doesn't it come out on the 12th?
I don't know. Fucking look that up while I'm
Yeah,
talking.
I'll look that up.
So anyway, I played Fallout. I recorded it, but it recorded fucking awful. So we'll see if I can pull out my VOD. But
It comes
anyway,
out on the 14th, so
yeah.
it comes out the day before the podcast is going to go up.
Okay. So yeah, we won't have streamed it before this.
No, we will have. Before this episode goes live.
Oh, are we streaming it the day it comes out?
Are we?
That's Thursday, right?
That's Wednesday.
And we'll make plans for that later.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely not a conversation that they even care to hear.
Yeah. So Fallout 76 is a fun game. It's boring as hell when you're playing alone because the game engine is exactly the same as Fallout 4. There's like no fucking changes to it at all. And there's some like design, like there's some things about the design that I have questions about. Like looting in the world is all global instead of local, which means like everyone can loot the same thing. Mm-hmm. But sometimes the loots are different from what you get up.
Right.
Like I picked up a space helmet and someone else picked up a fucking army hat or something from the same place.
I'm sorry.
So, I mean, I hope that changes where in-world loot isn't global, like everyone can get it. But I kind of understand why they did it. And there's a trading system that I think is pretty neat, but needs a lot of tweaks. If you trade with a player, you can offer them items, and you can set the price for those items, like how many caps you're charging them. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, you have to set caps to 0 if you're just like trading items. Mm-hmm. And the issue comes in when you offer them something for however many caps, it goes into the offer box. And when you look at that, they have the option to accept it, but you don't get like a, yes, I want to give them to this confirmation dialogue. They just take it. So like you can't, it's not really trading. It's more of selling and buying.
Well,
because like if you were to say, all right, I'll give you these things if you give me these things, and you both have them on the offer dialogue box,
yeah,
you can just take all their shit and then like remove all of your shit, or they can take it as you offer it, and there's no confirmation.
So, one thing that comes to my mind. Okay, so I guess I hate this. I'm sorry, everyone, but who put this in here? Just put a disgusting picture in our Discord chat.
This is why I closed Discord while we're recording.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Throwing Nintendo dog rule 34 at us. I don't want to see this. But so like if you and I were playing Fallout 76 together, right?
Yeah.
And I shoot you in the back of the head and kill you. Do I get to loot your body?
You get, if we're not on the same team, first of all, you can shoot me.
Okay.
If we're on the same team, there's no team damage.
Okay.
Unless I'll get into that later. But if you kill me, you can loot all of my junk. Like not my weapons or anything, but whenever you die, the death penalty is that you lose all of your upgradable like crafting supplies. Which is a really steep death penalty if I'm being honest. Mm-hmm. But I think it works for Fallout. Mm-hmm. Now segueing into PvP. PvP is
PvP
interesting.
For you.
I thought we weren't doing Ig'rance After Dark.
Shit, I make the rules.
You hear that, to show? I think we need to have a vote.
Oh, you voting me off the island?
Yes.
Aw.
making plans without you, saying he runs the show. But anyway,
Don't forget who uploads these things.
You right?
I'm gonna go change the password. I'm talking real quick.
All right. Well, then the episodes will never get uploaded.
You're right.
Yeah. All right. That's the end of the Ig'rance podcast. Josh single-handedly sabotaged the entire thing. While going ahead and make sure to name drop Josh's
Address.
Yeah, address,
Just fucking
email,
dox me.
social. Yeah. And tell our fan to pull up on Josh and shoot his dog.
I'm pretty sure our fan is my family.
Hi, family.
Josh's family, shoot Josh's dog.
Jesus. No, but so PvP. You don't get to opt into PvP until level 5.
Okay.
Because that's after you've learned the game. And then once you opt into PvP, if you shoot someone, they take half damage for every shot that you put into them until they shoot back. If they hit you, then you both take regular damage. If you kill them and they don't shoot you back, you become wanted. And once you become wanted, your teammates have a choice. Your teammates can kill you, but you still can't attack your teammates.
Why can they kill you? What's the benefit of that?
Because you're wanted, there's a reward if wanted people are killed.
Okay. They can kill you, you being the person who,
Is
brutally
wanted.
murdered that person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I thought that, for a second, I thought you said, like, the guy who just got, domed in the back of the head, he gets wanted.
no.
And it just turns into,
just stupidity.
Yeah.
No. If you kill someone in cold blood, you become wanted.
Right.
And then, like, your location is broadcasted on the map. And you have, like, different levels of wanted. Your teammates can't see you, can't see you through walls anymore either.
Okay.
I don't know if that's because I shot my friend as soon as he became wanted, and that just, like, stuck.
Right.
He did say that if you get shot by a teammate, you have the option to retaliate.
Yeah.
But, so, I mean, there's that. We never did that.
So can you not exploit that?
Exploit what?
Oh, but you don't get rewards for killing someone. Never mind.
No, you do get rewards. You get all their shit.
I mean, yeah, but never mind. I was thinking something else. I was thinking, like, you could just have your teammate continuously dick one person and then you kill that teammate, but that isn't that beneficial.
Just get rewards after. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think they have a system put in place after that. Like, you can choose to kill your teammate for the wanted rank reward or whatever. I don't know what that is. I just know it exists. Apparently, if you protect your teammate for a long enough time and he stays alive and wanted for long enough, the entire party gets a reward. So, I mean, you can dick your friend if you want to, and I can see one too many situations where dicking your friend works.
You can dick your nose. You can dick your friends. But you can't dick your friend's nose.
That's the quality of the Ig'rance.
Maybe we shouldn't do something without the show, because this is what happens when Josh and I take the lead.
Tashel keeps us together. No, but from what I played of Fallout, it's what we wanted with Skyrim, where it's just it's Fallout 4, but with friends. It does feel like a modder made this, though. Like, Skyrim Online.
Yeah, it feels like unfinished, or
not unfinished. It just feels unpolished. Like, they just took the Fallout 4 engine and ported it to multiplayer.
Right.
That's all they did.
Well, I didn't play Fallout 4, so fortunately, I guess I won't really notice that.
You might, because, like, it becomes real noticeable when you interact with the world. Like, say there's a bell on the counter and you ring the bell. Only you can hear that bell ringing. No one else can.
That sucks. I can't troll my friends. I'm sure
And,
like there are other ways to do so, but
well, yeah, you can kick them from the party and then promptly murder them with a shotgun.
I assume this is something that happened.
It's something that was discussed.
Okay.
But like, if they pick something up, it just looks like they looked at it and then turned away because it doesn't disappear.
Okay.
Stuff like that. They do in the game. They do promote like working with other people in the wasteland, like vendors, NPC vendors that sell you shit. Their prices are jacked way the hell up, and you can get like 0 caps from selling anything. Like you get 1 to 10 caps from selling things.
Okay, so here's a question.
Yeah.
If I murder an NPC vendor on my end, what happens?
NPC vendors are
unkillable.
Are robots.
Oh,
like,
okay.
They're actual vending machines.
Okay.
I haven't seen an
like how in Fallout, you can like kill Doc Mercy if you want to, or Doc Mercer. Mercy?
Yeah. From what I found out, most of the quests that you get are over the radio, so you don't actually deal with NPCs.
Okay.
Like through the radio and through holotapes and stuff like that.
All right.
That's how you get quests.
Yeah, that makes sense then.
There are a bunch of like flying robots and shit that you can interact with and talk to, but like, I don't think you have any dialogue options. I don't remember.
All right, and they're like the way it's set up is that there are servers and like it's kind of set up in a similar way to Rust, right?
Kind of.
The like overworld, I mean.
So we found an exploit to the server thing, because when you click join a game, you join a random server. You don't get to choose at all.
Okay.
And then if you find a friend, you can join their server. Like you right click their name and select join. If you find something that you want, say power armor is what we exploited the most. So we found power armor. If you take power armor, no one else can get it. You can. That's the one thing that is like everyone can see.
Right.
So what we did is one person got power armor. We went to another server. We got power armor in the same place because it's world spawned.
Oh wow.
So we just kept server hopping and we all had power armor.
Oh. Yeah. So I don't know. It'll be interesting. I assume it'll take the like the online game I have the most experience with in a similar vein to Fallout is GTA 5. And essentially, how online with that would work is everyone, plays with their friends, minds their own business until one guy fucks it. And then everyone's killing everybody.
Yeah. We definitely played kill people on sight. Like we saw a guy and we just fucking domed him.
That's not nice.
But see,
because then what if their friends have stuff, I guess that's just the risk you take.
Yeah, you can play bandit style or you can play trader style. I think it offers a lot to the roleplay aspect, but everyone's going to be a bandit.
Yeah, probably.
Because, like, if you're a trader and then a bandit comes by and just kills you, like, well, what the fuck? Time to go on a murder rampage now.
All right. Well, we will showcase more of Fallout 76 one day.
Yeah, I have a lot more to say about this game, but in this format it doesn't work, so we'll talk about it on the stream. Join us there, boys and non-binaries.
What about girls?
They don't exist.
I had nothing interesting to say. Ignore me.
I was going to see how long that silence would go on. You see where my head is. Definitely not in the vein of quality content. I'm here for fuckery.
You're here for just bullshit.
All right, so now we're talking about the other big thing.
I think we should talk about PlayStation Classic.
Okay, so that's not the big thing.
No.
Spoiler alert, everyone. Yeah, so the PlayStation Classic game list has been announced. And, hold on, I don't know why I closed out of that.
I just realized that we skipped underrated, overrated again.
Oh, you said you didn't want to do it.
Did I? Oh,
yeah.
Well, I guess we're cutting it out entirely then.
That's what I thought. You said you didn't want to do it, so I had a quip for that, but I forgot. All right, so yeah, the PlayStation Classic, the list of games for it got announced. I guess one thing to mention, it comes out December 3rd for $100. And it comes preloaded with 20 games. I'm not going to list all 20 because I don't care about 15 of them. So the games of note are Final Fantasy VII, Grand Theft Auto, Metal Gear Solid, Rayman, Resident Evil Director's Cut, Tekken 3, Rainbow Six, Twisted Metal, Wild Arms. Is Wild Arms relevant?
Yeah, people like Wild Arms.
And Wild Arms. And then more stuff.
I feel like if you grew up with those games,
And,
like,
Tashelle, it's your favorite game.
What?
Ridge
Racer.
Type
Yeah,
4.
I feel like if you grew up with the original PlayStation, I think that's a treat. I like all of those games you just listed off. Like,
Yeah.
I would definitely be taken back, even though I didn't per se grow up with a PlayStation. It was the more dominant console, so everywhere I went, somebody else had a PlayStation, so I was always playing Tekken or whatever, Metal Gear Solid. Or the only one I think I actually didn't grow up with was Final Fantasy VII. I knew everybody liked that one, but I didn't really play that until I was a little older.
Yeah, same. So,
For
like, I think it's
$100
cool.
for that. I mean, like, it's a novelty kind of thing.
Right, I
don't
think this
that's
is for
the issue.
collectors, like people who were like super nostalgic about this, or people who are just super into video games. Like, the average person isn't going to get this, and I don't think it was made for them.
And
Yeah,
if
but
you're-
there's no Spyro or Mickey Mouse Kitchen, so I don't want it.
Mickey Mouse Kitchen?
I like how you just compared Spyro to Mickey Mouse Kitchen.
What is Mickey Mouse Kitchen? Did I miss something?
Mickey Mouse Kitchen is like Mickey Mouse Kitchen and Spyro are the only two games that I played on PlayStation Classic.
What was Mickey Mouse Kitchen? Is no one going to explain this to me?
And that's exactly what it is. It's basically just a kitchen simulator.
It's Cooking Mama with Mickey Mouse.
Exactly. It's exactly that.
Was it good, Josh?
Probably not, but
Why'd your parents didn't love you as a kid?
It wasn't mine.
Oh,
I just
whose was it?
It was my niece's.
Yeah, your parents didn't love, or your niece's parents didn't love their niece.
My sister didn't love their daughter.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Jesus, that got too real.
And remember the family I was talking about that is our one fan?
Yeah, you just lost it.
Sorry, Josh's niece. I'm sure you're a nice person. Your uncle's just an asshole.
Right?
I mean,
Jeez.
she knows what I'm about.
So yeah, I guess that's the PlayStation Classic, which it's cool. Are you guys gonna get the Xbox Classic?
No.
Moving on.
What about the Atari Classic? Wasn't that a thing?
They probably have that.
There's like a Sega there was a Sega Classic, right?
Yes, definitely. I think that
Do you
was one of
guys
the first
remember
ones.
the like those $20 consoles you could get from like TJ Maxx or something like that, and it came preloaded with a bunch of knockoff games?
Yes.
Like instead of like Metal Slug, you'd get like Metal Snail.
Metal Snail?
You guys remember that?
Yes, I
like,
hated them so much. The
there
plug and
was-
play stuff.
Yeah, but not like, because I think I have, I'm looking at like a plug and play Pac-Man. I'm talking about like the off-brand one that comes with like 80
Schmackman.
Schmack Schman and Schmalaga.
The bootleg bullshit.
Yeah, I remember that. You played it like once, like you enjoyed it for an evening, and then you're like, all right, give me my GameCube back. I don't care that you just gave me 99 games. I'm going to go back to playing the same 3 over and over and over.
It's the only way to play.
But kids don't have that anymore, do they? Like, do kids still?
Oh, I'm sure they do.
Yeah, but do they play it? You know?
No.
Oh,
They played PlayStation 4.
yeah.
That like marketing system was ridiculously lucrative, and it should have never been.
What, the
plug and play bootleg bullshit.
I mean, it worked for parents because they're like, why would I spend They think initially, why would I spend $60 on a single game for my kid's birthday?
And then your kid
When
just
I-
gets mad because you got
When
a
I
bunch
can
of
spend-
BS games.
Like, as a kid, personally, I would never say that because,
Oh, no.
birthday
'cause you're
gift
just
is a
grateful
birthday
to
gift.
Get anything.
right? I mean, I'd think it, like, are you kidding me?
Oh yeah, I've had to put on those faces for a pair of socks.
Oh
That
no,
was
I'd
all I
actually
got.
be mad if someone got me socks for my birthday. Like, no, this is a meme. Like, just take these back. Like, get your money back.
Oh no, I got fucking socks for
Is that was very entitled what I just said. You should always be thankful, people.
Now that I'm adult, I actually would appreciate if somebody got me some socks.
Oh, if someone
Like,
got me a pair of
thanks.
black socks right now because I don't have any, and black socks. I'm convinced
no.
there's a gremlin that always steals one black sock from your dryer.
Well, no. See, the issue here is that it was a single pair of socks. Like it wasn't even like useful. It was just a single
Well, were
pair of
they like,
socks.
I don't know, like a pair, like, I know you like the Batman, so I got you Batman socks.
No, it was our school's socks. So all right, this wasn't family at all. It was
Okay.
Christmas for the RAs.
Oh, at college.
Yeah, at college, and
Oh.
we had like our boss was like, "Yeah, we're doing a Secret Santa. $20 is the limit." And so this guy bought me a $20 pair of single socks.
Doug, you just wasted your money.
Like
Like, really?
everyone
nigga?
else was
Like,
getting like super thoughtful gifts, and this guy just gave me
would you
fucking
give,
socks.
would you give your person?
What did I give my person? I gave them. So they were like super into crafts.
Okay.
So I gave them a $20 gift card to
Mac and
Michael's. $20 worth of mac and cheese.
Of Kraft mac and cheese. I'm really hoping that's the kind of craft. Like, what are you into? Crafts? Oh, okay. And you get
Different craft
$20 worth of
pastas.
Kraft mac and cheese. Like, I got you the SpongeBob kind.
I got you the Flintstones kind.
Yeah, I don't know which one. Speaking of the SpongeBob Kraft mac and cheese, my best friend growing up, there was one summer where I would go to his house every single day, right? And
Yeah.
like he was a ridiculously picky eater. Like I watched his mom like make peas and he was like, I don't want to eat peas, and she was like, you have to eat peas, and he was like, I'm not gonna eat peas, so she gave him 3 peas and he threw a big fit about literally 3 peas.
Peas.
And I was like,
They're
dog,
PP.
3 peas, you can just swallow it. You don't even have to taste it and
Chew
chew
it,
it at
right?
that point. But yeah, like he liked mac and cheese, but he would only eat the Kraft kind because the other kind had too much cheese on it.
Too much cheese.
You want to talk about entitlement?
Like he hates DiGiorno because he was like, no, I had DiGiorno every single day that one summer I came over, and I was like, dog, I think we had DiGiorno like twice. We had Domino's every single day. I remember that.
I've never had DiGiorno.
It's okay.
Blah.
I mean, yeah, it's a frozen pizza.
Of the frozen pizzas, DiGiorno's my go-to. What's your go-to?
I don't even remember what it was called. But
Was it
one
Red
of those-
Baron? I think.
No, I don't like Red Baron either.
Oh,
Is that the one that comes in the red box?
maybe.
My one comes.
Hold on.
It has like yellow with red writing. I don't remember what it's called. I haven't had one of those in like a year, so
Why are we? Okay.
We have so much to talk about.
I know, right?
Oh, my go-to frozen pizza was Totino's.
Never did those. Okay, so yeah, I guess so. That's the PlayStation Classic.
We cared so much about it, we started talking about
Frozen pizza
and
and
peas.
shitty gifts.
Yeah. So
There you go. PlayStation Classic is a shitty gift to get someone.
No, this is actually like a nice gift to get someone. No, this isn't, a Schmintendo.
I like that tickled to shell so much.
I don't know who I would get a PlayStation Classic for, because
Me.
I don't
Me.
have $100.
Huh?
Do you have $100 to give me so I can buy you a Christmas present?
Well, it's not really a gift then, is it?
You gave me $100 for Christmas, and I gave you a PlayStation Classic for Christmas.
You just put unnecessary work on yourself. Like,
Yeah.
anyway.
Well, I think, yeah, whatever. All right, so the actual girthy topic.
Good.
Nintendo has announced their new free-to-play mobile game. But no, there was a Smash Direct that happened last Thursday, this previous Thursday, as of us recording this.
And we're late to talk about it.
Yeah.
As we're late to talk about everything. We're like The Simpsons with the Treehouse of Horror. We're always late.
Our new South Park.
Yes.
You'll notice that's why last week's episode was called Podcast of... You know what? Let me not even explain the joke.
Oh, yeah.
If we're talking about new South Park, didn't South Park's recent episode tackle like climate change?
Yes.
And climate change deniers?
Well,
What
there
the
was that
fuck?
recent thing. Like, I remember a couple weeks ago, everyone was like, oh, by the way, the world's going to die in like 10 years.
Yep.
It still is. But,
Maybe we
you
could
know,
talk about that in the movie and television section.
yeah,
Because I actually didn't mind that episode. I thought it was kind of funny.
let's go for it. But, yeah, so there was a Nintendo Direct. And it was all Smash, right?
Yep, it was a Smash Direct.
Hold on, I'm just pulling up the thing so someone talk about something.
So the first thing that they showed us was the last quote unquote two new characters that were introduced that will be in the game at launch, which are Ken and Derek. What is that thing from Pokemon called?
Incineroar.
There you go, the cat,
Yeah.
El Tigre.
I'm a little disappointed in us for not mentioning a Pokemon.
Yeah, as a potential.
Because smart money says, every single Smash game, they've introduced at least one new Pokemon. Mewtwo, Lucario / Pokemon Trainer, Greninja.
Nintendo's biggest moneymaker, so
Yeah.
I would be shocked if we didn't get a new Pokemon
And
in every
if there was going to be a new Pokemon, Incineroar makes the most sense. Because they usually pull from the newest generation.
yeah,
You know,
and he's
Brawl
a
came
fighter,
out in
so.
Gen 4, Greninja came out, or 4 came out in Gen 6. Yeah, 6 was Greninja.
I saw
So-
though a lot of people online were upset that it wasn't the hawk thing.
Halucha?
No, the starter, the grass starter, the bird.
Oh, Decidueye.
There you go.
Or Decidueye. I don't know which one it is. No, I think Incineroar makes more sense.
I agree, but apparently he was the favorite of this gen, so people were disappointed to not see him.
But it's never the favorite thing. I mean, I guess... Was Greninja? Yeah, Greninja was the favorite. I mean, I guess I get it, but...
And they
I
already
think
had
that
a fire type, so this would have been unique, I guess. Yeah, I don't really care. I hate to say it, but like it's so
I'm not playing
expected. It's not.
Incineroar. Yeah.
That's not really something I'm interested in. I like that he does poses and stuff. Like that's interesting, but like, I don't care.
Yeah. Like, cool. I don't
Oh,
think...
Pokemon. It's 1 out of 100 800. Well, isn't it like 900 now?
I think we're at 900. No, I think we're at like 850.
Yeah, I don't. It's just one of those. And as much as I liked Generation 7, I'm not very
807.
enthused about any of the Pokemon, so.
Yeah, no, there isn't a single Pokemon in Gen 7 that I would be like, this should be in Smash Brothers. Like, I'm not shocked and I'm not mad, because... Duh.
And also, Ken was very like, oh, okay. I mean, I knew it was coming. I'm sure people are happy to see it, but it's just another Echo fighter.
Right. But the real character that was announced that, blew everyone's mind and broke the internet, and people were
Waluigi.
so
Wah.
excited because they're like, whoa, who would have expected this? Nintendo really, pulled one out of the hat for this one.
They sure did. The hat straight up the backside.
Yeah, the hat also, being their ass.
They fucking cut a hole in the hat and threw it away and then pulled something else out of something else.
Yeah, it's Piranha Plant.
There's this really, really funny video that I shared with you guys of the Piranha Plant just laughing at all of the potentials.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like Dino and Shadow.
And every time, and there's also a really funny picture going around of Shadow crying, and you just see Piranha Plant off screen just licking his tears up.
No, there are a lot of good Piranha Plant memes.
It's a
'Cause, like,
strange pick, I have to say. Like, I would have never guessed it, but if you really look at it in context, how many characters are we at? Like 70 something or something like that?
yeah,
We're at more than enough. Like, every time we get a new character, it's just icing on top of the cake. Like, the cake is
right,
pretty full. They could have
right.
just
I mean,
announced Ridley all those months ago and we would have been fine. And they have just spoiled us and spoiled us and spoiled us. I think at this point, I wouldn't have ended with Piranha Plant. I think that is a really strange way to, like, that's your last announcement, really, Nintendo?
Well, because
They
the last
should've saved, like, they should have saved Simon or something for the end. Oh my god, why'd you save the laughing Piranha Plant?
Well, because we got two of those.
Troll, but
like, to me, Isabel was already like, I mean, okay, I guess, right? Like, I'm fine with it, but I don't want this. And then Piranha Plant is like,
I mean, Piranha Plant is worse in my opinion.
oh, I completely agree. Like, Isabel
Plant's
makes because
Piranha
when I
Plants
think
is
of
my
like
new main.
iconic characters, like iconic enemies from Mario, Piranha Plant ain't it. Like, if it was to be like a Hammer Bro or something like that, even still, I'd be like,
I can't
why
believe
aren't-
Piranha Plant got in before Toad. That's messed up.
you know what? Yeah,
Captain Toad? I don't know. Toadette?
yeah. No, Piranha Plant is
Piranha
just
Plant got in before Waluigi, so
I'm convinced. Yeah, at this point, they know what they're doing.
yeah.
I think Nintendo maybe made that video of the Piranha Plant laughing at those that didn't get in.
It would be great if they tweeted that out. Oh my god,
If Sakurai did that, he would officially be my favorite human
game
being
developer.
alive.
No, he wins the internet.
Chris
But,
Summers would have to take number 2 for a couple of days because he would win.
No, that's also so. Yeah, that's essentially it. Piranha Plant. I don't think anyone's mad because again, it's hard to be mad about one character when there are 70 others. You know.
Yeah, I can understand people being disappointed that that's how they ended it. But
Right.
like I said, if you take yourself out of it and you look at the bigger picture, look at how many characters are in this game. It's almost overload. I say almost because that's the point of the game, so it's not
Right.
overload. But it is a lot to take in. So you know,
Right.
let's act like rational adults. But I'm asking the internet, so
You will find a character who you enjoy in this game.
And if you don't, then like this probably isn't the game for you. Like,
Right.
literally.
Then it's not the game's fault.
Ryu
yeah,
from Street
I don't
Fighter
know.
is in this. Cloud is in this.
Yeah.
Snake from Metal Gear is back.
And the other thing that they announced was that there are going to be 5 DLC characters in the lifespan of this game.
And they've already decided who they're going to be.
Yeah. I wouldn't be shocked if a couple of these DLC fighters are like some of the people wanted, characters people wanted.
And Waluigi still won't be one.
Oh, I don't think Waluigi's going to be any of them.
Wah.
No, Waluigi's not allowed to exist
No,
anymore.
we're never getting Waluigi as a character in Super Smash Brothers. That's just not going to happen.
Wah.
But like people who want Shadow, I wouldn't be shocked if Shadow's the DLC character in this game.
Oh, that'd be such a waste.
I don't
Because
want
I feel
it.
like Shadow should just be
An Echo Fighter.
an Echo. And you'll notice that they said that the DLC are new characters. So
Okay, yeah.
I don't think that rules out the possibility of free Echo Fighters in the future. Because it's really just a scan. You don't have to, I'd imagine it's not
They don't have
a
to
ton
change
of
too
work.
much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the moves are going to be slightly different, but not.
But Shadow might require his own thing because his power set is so different than Sonic. And I know people want Shadow, but like I don't really think like there are a lot of people that really need representation. Sonic has Sonic. Like we're okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
Sonic is representing, he's not Nintendo. Like we can get some more Nintendo people to represent their franchises.
Do you want another Fire Emblem character?
No, but that's probably one of them. So X
I
one
wouldn't be
off for
shocked.
Fire Emblem.
Like maybe whenever the. Well, I don't know actually, just because I don't know what Fire Emblem character it would be.
A new Fire Emblem will probably come out in that time. So
I guess it depends because, there's a new Fire Emblem game in development. I would imagine we'll hear something more about that next year because I don't know because Nintendo has like 5 games they need to talk about.
Yeah, they just have
Like-
it on the background. It's just like, oh, they exist.
It's
I
like,
think.
by the way, like they've been focusing on Smash Brothers when it's like, oh, there's also like Pokemon, Metroid, Fire Emblem, and Animal Crossing, at least. Just like we've been told they exist, but that's it.
Not to mention all these sneaky little like secret projects that they're working on that get brought up once and then they don't talk about it for 3 years.
Right. Like, what was that game? Town by Game Freak?
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
come on, guys. Don't hide away from me. Do you remember a couple of years ago, they had this game for the Wii U, and it was like,
Zombie U?
no, that was awful. It was like, that was.
What are you talking about? Zombie U is the best game of all time.
It really is, to show. It's Nintendo's magnum opus of...
You played
video
like a
games.
security guard in space or something like that. You looked at security, or you controlled. I don't remember. It's hard to even explain it, but nothing ever came of that. Like they showed that off at E3, and nothing ever happened with that.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Well, maybe
Yeah, what's the name of the dude who made Five Nights at Freddy's?
Scott Cawthon.
Yeah, he's actually just a robot made by Nintendo.
Ah, that would explain why I've never heard of him before this.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, he's one of the most prominent indie game makers.
Yeah. But so yeah, those are the characters, which how many characters are there in Smash Brothers? 70? 69?
All
71?
All of existence. There's a shit ton.
If it exists, it is in Smash. That should be a rule of the internet.
No, not in Snapchat. In Smash Ultimate. There are 64? That doesn't seem right.
If it was 64, that'd be kind of cute.
64 original. No, because I think Incineroar was number 69.
Of course you would know that.
Of course I noticed what number 69 was. Are you kidding me? Can someone just tell me?
I can't
wait.
do Beavis, but I can do Butt. I mean, I can't do Butthead. I can do Beavis.
68. Oh, I lied. No,
So Piranha Plant
68
is
as of
69.
September 14th.
Oh.
So plus 3, so 71. I think.
Anyway,
Yeah.
they also unveiled their new adventure mode, World
Yeah.
of Light.
And it looked cool.
Is that all we're gonna say?
70. There's 70 characters. I mean, I'm happy that there is an adventure mode. Cause
I loved the trailer. Just putting that out
Oh,
there. I thought
yeah.
the trailer was really fun, and it makes me wish that like more people cared enough to like actually make Nintendo movies other than the one that we're getting in 2020 allegedly, because I
Yeah.
think Nintendo characters just look so expressive whenever they're like telling stories, but whatever.
Whenever they're being murdered by indiscriminate lasers.
yeah, I mean, some tried to, fight back. Wii Fit Trainer gave up and decided to exercise before she died.
Sonic tried to help Pikachu.
Yeah.
He's the only good guy in that.
It would be funny if someone tried to trip someone else. Like
I fucking-
Wario just like,
Wah.
I forget who he was near, but if he just was like, no, you can die first.
I love that Duck Hunt, Villager, and fucking Wii Fit Trainer just gave up. And they were
Wii
just fucking
Fit-
about waiting
Wii
for
Fit
the
wanted to get, like, I'm going to die as in shape as possible.
I liked I think Shulk having the future vision thing. I thought that was
Yeah.
cool. And the monster itself is really interesting. It just looks like a bunch of wings.
I thought Shulk's future vision was like going to save Shulk, and then no, he was the first one to die.
Yeah.
He's the first to go.
Except for the, unkillable juggernaut that is,
Kirby.
yeah.
Huh, you don't say. Sakurai's creation lives in Sakurai's game, huh?
I mean,
Would have
Sakurai
never
loves
seen
Kirby.
that coming.
Like, Sakurai, or Kirby is why Sakurai is where he is.
It's hilarious because I remember in Brawl, the first two characters you play as is Mario and Kirby, and it's like Sakurai. People like Kirby, but you're really gonna say that Kirby is he's up there with Mario? Okay, honey. I mean, it's your
Well,
game.
I mean, yeah, if this is. Also, we haven't played the game yet, right? The game comes out December 7th?
Yeah,
Yes. Or is it December 4th?
comes out in December.
Yeah, like the first week of December. So we haven't played the game yet, but like I don't know. I remember like before Smash 4 came out, hearing Sakurai talk about it, he just sounded so like tired.
He still does. Like whenever
Yeah.
he's talking about the game now, he's like, "Oh my god!" And like every
He-
other word is how much work it is to do everything.
But he doesn't sound
Poor man.
defeated about this one,
He took like 20 seconds, like a 20-second silence. Is like, am I ever gonna get a break?
Yeah. That's his actual like plea for help, but he's trying to do it in a jokey way. Or else
But I
Nintendo
wouldn't be
overlords
shocked if
will-
this is the last
one that
Smash
he's
Bros.
involved with.
Sakurai is involved in. Yeah.
I thought he said 4 was gonna be his last one. He was like, "Nope, Chuck Tester."
I mean, I think if this is the last game that he's involved in, I think this is the.
This
Like-
is going out with a bang.
I just
I
think
think
this
he-
puts like a great period on Sakurai's Smash Brothers.
I think he genuinely loves Smash Brothers too much
Mm-hmm.
to. He may not be like as involved as he was before, but I don't think he'll ever like how Miyamoto is with Mario. He's not always the
Right.
director anymore, but he's always there. I don't think he's ever gonna let his.
No, I don't think that he's
just
just gonna drop it and like give it to someone else and completely turn his back on Smash Brothers. But
because sometimes I will say when you do that, look at what happened with Odyssey, for example. That wasn't directed by Miyamoto, and that's arguably the best Mario game. So
yeah,
it's up there.
right. So I think it's good. And again, if this is, I don't know if it is. Don't take our word as gospel. This is just like, I don't know, Ultimate Super Smash Brothers. Like
The name is not a lie.
it's everything that. And like people have played this game, right? Like I think there was a tournament last week.
I don't
Yeah,
know if
they
they
Like,
had
in a
the
bunch of
full
countries
version,
there were-
but they've been able to play like what they've been allowed to play.
I think the
Yeah,
tournament
it
last
was a
week was like
competitive.
the final version of the game that they got. I think so. Like I'm not 100% sure, but if it's not the final, obviously
It
with
wasn't-
it being so close to the release date,
No, it's not final because Piranha Plant's not finished.
that's true.
But he's gonna be free DLC
Yeah.
for a limited time.
Only if you pre-order it. So only a select few people are gonna have it.
No, everyone can you can pre-order this game.
Well, yeah, but like people who don't,
Oh, get it when
who
it comes
can't,
out.
yeah, who can't pre-order or get it when it comes out,
Oh, boo-hoo.
aren't gonna have Piranha Plant.
I'm so upset at that.
If there was a character on this list who, if someone told me here are 70 characters, you pick 69 of them. Piranha Plant's probably gonna,
He's
that
gonna
might be the
drop.
one that I say no to.
And then you can buy the DLC pack. Get 5 extra characters.
Yeah.
Oops.
So, whoa,
I dropped the thing.
what was that? Did something just scream?
Yeah.
I sounded like a cat.
Okay. Everyone okay?
Yeah. Please.
All right.
He says that as he's covered with blood and he's standing over bodies.
Yeah, so I don't want to
Yeah.
incriminate the show, but yeah, I don't know. Is that everything that was announced? Like there was Adventure Mode, World of Light. Oh, I don't understand.
Oh, the spirits. We totally didn't even talk about those.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
So
Oh, that's
spirits
just
are-
custom fighters.
Yeah, so it is like combining trophies and the custom mechanics of Smash 4 and Brawl. And stickers too, so they can like make your attacks more strong and up defense. It's a bunch of just added stuff that like again, a lot of people were complaining about. I'm like, just don't play it then. Like it's so not necessary to me.
I mean-
I never use stickers. I never use custom anything in 4. So I just leave it alone. Who cares? It's just more content. Why were you complaining about more content that you don't have to use?
Right. I mean, that's kind of my thing. It's
You
like
spoiled brats. Jeez.
if people, it's like I hate X item. You can turn off literally any item in the game. You
I
know?
will say one thing I don't like online though is that it tries its best to pick people that have similar settings to you. So like if you don't use items, it tries to pick people, but they've gotten rid of for glory and for fun, and I think that's a mistake.
I completely agree.
Yeah,
Because
I
if
agree with
I'm
that
trying
too.
to play this game seriously and there's not enough people, it probably will be, so it probably won't be an issue. But on the off chance that it is, like, I'm gonna really have to fight with somebody who's gonna using items, and I'm trying to like really learn how to play this thing competitively. Thanks, Smash. But I mean, online probably isn't the best place to do that anyway. So I don't know.
Well,
I do
and-
like that they encourage people to use the net adapter. Because if you use the net adapter and you plug straight into your router, then there shouldn't be any stutter.
Right. I do.
Right.
I just don't like that they got rid of. I think they should. That is a feature that I don't understand why they got rid of.
I
For glory
wouldn't
and
be
for fun, it's
shocked.
just-
I wouldn't be shocked if it can't. Jesus Christ, words. It's hard to make words go. I would not be shocked if similarly to how in Smash 4 the tournament mode got added in like a year into the game coming out. Because people wanted it back from Brawl, even though no one played it in Smash 4 like a
I was
month
gonna
after
say,
it came out.
It wasn't good.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be shocked if like For Glory, like in like 6 to 12 months, is going to be put in the game.
Would
Yeah.
be nice.
Like if enough people ask for it to come back, like if for whatever reason, or not for whatever reason, if for the potential reasons you listed off, their new online system doesn't work.
I mean, the whole mode is basically ranked online because they said they're trying to match you up with similar skill levels and similar
But
settings.
For Glory did that.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like it didn't assign a rank to you, and I don't know. Does the new mode do that?
No, you just collect
Okay.
the dog tags of your defeated enemies.
to get the spoils of war.
Yeah.
Which they should add in like a rank. Like
You were this rank.
Yeah.
There is a ranking system.
okay.
I
Like
don't-
it displays it.
Does it
Yeah.
display your rank though?
I don't
Okay.
know if it displays it, but there is a ranking. They showed it in the direct.
Yeah. If it doesn't display it, they should, just because that always adds longevity into anything. Because
So
like
that
I
you
don't
could
like
be
this emblem
number
next to my.
one.
Yeah, it's like I don't want this emblem next to my name. I want the shinier one, and it gives. It doesn't mean anything, but
But it means that you are number one.
no, I think that the people who actually play this game professionally are going to be number one because
Or they won't be online. They'll be winning
one of
money.
those two. Yeah.
Yeah. or they're gonna be playing a melee.
Or that.
No, people play Smash 4 or played Smash Ultimate. Like I'd imagine a lot of the Smash 4 people are gonna go to Ultimate.
I mean, I absolutely am. Smash 4 is never getting picked up again once Ultimate comes out.
Which isn't Smash 4's fault. The game's not bad.
No, Ultimate it just blows it out of the water.
Maybe. Probably.
From what I've seen,
I
Yeah.
only go back to old Smash games if it's in front of me. If I have the new one, I have no reason to ever be like, you know what? I feel like picking up that N64 Smash.
Oh no, no Melee. I don't like I like Melee. Let me not say that, but
I like all of them, but I
Right.
don't go out of my way. I don't go out of my way to play any of the old ones if it's not immediately in front of me. If I have a new one to play instead.
right. So yeah, I don't know. I got excited again for this game, like disproportionately to my usual levels of excitement. Then I looked at the calendar, and I was like, oh.
yeah, December 7th. Jesus. All these great
Well.
games coming out this month. And then Smash is
This
like,
and
next month.
I mean, I still think they'd do fine if they were to come out. Like, what
Smash
else is
should-
coming out this month? Like,
Smash should come out like any time of the year and make the same amount of money.
yeah, because people who are gonna buy Smash Brothers are gonna buy Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
It's not. It's like Pokemon and Zelda and things like that, where it's like,
It's going to happen.
yeah.
You can't stop it.
No, this has been a good the last quarter of this year for video games.
Which is usually the trend.
I mean, right, but this has been like disproportionate because 2017 was kind of meh.
Odyssey.
I think
yes.
I was like, we got Odyssey and. That's
And
kinda
the
it.
Switch.
No, the Switch came out in 2016.
Did it?
Yeah.
No,
Because
it
we got
came out
Zelda.
it came out in early 17.
17? Okay, because I was say we got Zelda in like March of 2017. But no, like the last quarter of this year, like so far, like whatchamacallit, Spider-Man, I guess kind of really kicked off the end of the year for video games like really well.
Yeah, it did.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, Red Dead, people like Red Dead, Fallout 76, Smash.
Hey, even South Park likes Red Dead.
I don't get it because I haven't seen the episode.
Was that your
It's-
segue, Josh?
Yes.
Okay, we can do. Want to talk about South Park?
Sure.
Okay, well, you two
Segueing
talk
into
about
movie and
South Park.
television.
Don't you steal my segue bit? I'll fucking kill you.
Whoa.
I just did, bitch.
All right, well, I'm pulling up, Josh.
Please do it.
Whoa. We can't upload this. I just incriminated. Josh, nothing can happen to you in the near future. Because I
Yeah, 'cause
just
in this same
accidentally
video-
incriminated myself.
In this same video, you said you know where I live, and that you're gonna pull up on me, and that I just asked you to do so.
Well,
My life
this was
ends
all in
today.
jest. This also is not Derek.
This is Schmerich.
Yes.
Schmerich
Yes.
Blishtar.
Not the Blishtar. Okay, so South Park, you two talk about that because I don't know what happened.
So, Man Bear Pig is revealed.
Okay, sorry, continue. Just wasn't expecting that.
End of discussion.
Basically, so Member Pig is like revealed to be a real thing, and it's just going around killing everybody. And if you remember, Man Bear Pig was their way of making fun of Al Gore and global warming, which I never really. I thought the Al Gore character was funny, but I never got like. Okay, even back then, like global warming never seemed like as ridiculous as they tried to make it seem. And even in this episode, they keep trying to make it seem like. Anyway, I don't want to get too political, but even though we're talking about climate change, which I can't believe is a political subject, but so yeah, so basically the whole episode is them apologizing to Al Gore while still pointing out how ridiculous it is. So Man Bear Pig is a demon that has been summoned, and you know, it's all ridiculous and they can't believe that it's true, but everything that Al Gore says ends up being true, and you know, it's funny. It's
Like-
nice commentary. It's good to see them be humble and realize like, oh
They
no,
don't
Al
do
Gore
that
was
often,
right.
do they?
Never.
Wow.
There's one specific part of that episode that really got me because it was ridiculously accurate and ridiculously relatable. The white collar guy in the restaurant talking to his wife
About
is
global.
about Man Bear, global warming, but Man Bear Pig is like, the wife is like, I don't know, a lot of smart people are saying Man Bear Pig is real, and he's like, yeah, but a lot of smarter people are saying that it's not.
And then Man Bear Pig shows up in the restaurant just murdering everybody.
And like he's going on like, use your brain, Sharon. He's like going on this whole tirade, and he's like, she points out that Man Bear Pig is right behind him, and he turns around and he's like, all right, well,
There's nothing
what
I
are we
can
gonna
do about it now.
Yeah, there's nothing we can do about it now. Or like, what can we do that anyone else will do? China will, and then he gets eaten.
Yeah.
I like that. That's actually. So is this a good episode?
Yeah, I think it's probably my favorite of the season so far.
It's
Either this or
pretty
the
good.
Halloween one.
I mean,
What?
there's a whole underside joke about Red Dead Redemption.
Which is dragged out a little too much. But it's topical. It's going to age the episode.
Yeah.
Because that episode about the Wii, I'm like, oof. Ugh. Like,
Oh, when Cartman had to have a Nintendo Wii.
yeah, it's like, ugh. It's like children
Wasn't it
did
3
not care
episodes?
that much. But it was a two-parter.
Like he went to the future and everyone was arguing about atheism.
Yeah.
This episode's a two-parter too.
Technically. Well, it might not be because they've been doing the storyline carrying through thing. So I don't think it's a two-parter.
Oh, what's the storyline for this season?
So it turns out
School
that,
shootings.
yeah, school shootings is the recurring theme, but something that's brought up in this episode, like I said, is that Man Bear Pig was summoned. It's a demon that was summoned by somebody. At the end of the episode, you find out that it was Stan's grandpa that summoned the demon. I was really thinking they were going to say that because they said, oh my God, what did they say? They said something about like it was made by like a con man or something like that. And I really thought they were going to make a joke about the South Park president. And I don't know, it still might because they haven't talked about him yet. Because I actually think the South Park president is kind of funny. It's sad, but it's kind of funny.
Yeah. So what episode are they on, number wise?
I think this
4?
is 5.
5?
Let me just check. Keep talking, but I think it's 5.
Cool, just because if we're on 5, I was gonna say like mid-season review, like thoughts, right? Because they only do 10, right?
6.
I
Wow,
think
they're
so.
on 6.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
So they
So
have
I guess
4 more after this.
just
What do
past mid-season review.
you go first, Josh.
It's been kind of lackluster. I think the school shooting jokes are funny.
No, yeah, no, it's not the end of the episode. Which is really sad because there was just a shooting, like,
Like at a club this past week.
yeah. But the thing is that like we really are becoming desensitized to it. Like the more they make
Yeah.
these jokes, the more it's just like a reflection of what's really going on. Go on,
Yeah.
Josh. I'm sorry.
It's fine. Now that you're talking about desensitization, I think I watched a review of the South Park season, like someone talking about it, and they said that the whole point of the reoccurring jokes being overdone is to like illustrate the desensitization that we have, which kind of makes sense.
I think they might be reaching with that one outside of
Maybe.
the school shooting joke because they've been doing that since forever.
Yeah.
Let's not forget the episode where they literally just say, I can't remember. It's one of the cuss words. They just say it 67 times.
Okay.
Shit.
They just say that 67 times. Like that's the point of the episode. Or the one where the joke is the shake weight thing looks like somebody
Jacking
on
off.
your face. Like that's the joke of the episode. Like they've been doing that for a long time. I don't think that's something
Yeah, that
exclusive to season.
was that
2.
Shake Weight episode the same season as Human Centipede?
I'm not sure. Human Centipede is one of the worst episodes of the whole series, in my opinion.
Well, just I think that might be the same. If not the same season, they're very close to each other.
Which is
know,
funny
it's-
because Human Centipede was the episode that they used for the 6 days to air thing.
Yeah, that in hindsight, it's like yeah, I maybe should have chosen a good episode for this.
Okay, so that episode was literally the episode before the Centipede. So it was the
Okay.
season finale of 14, and then Human
Okay.
Centipede was the season premiere of 15.
Yeesh, that's rough.
Yeah, season 15 wasn't great either.
Yeah.
You know, as I look back at these episodes, like these last seasons, I don't know. Like people say that South Park has not had a decline, but
No, it has. I think
I
it
think
definitely
season
has.
11 was the beginning where it's like, okay, they're not knocking it out of the park every week anymore.
I think South Park's
South Clark.
South Park's decline hasn't been as noticeable as like The Simpsons decline, but it's definitely declined.
It might not be that noticeable because it is still just Trey doing everything.
Right.
Like it's not a new team that took it in a weird direction.
Right.
It's just a
And
guy
the
who's been
quality
doing it
hasn't
for too
declined.
long.
Like by the time The Simpsons was on season 13, it
Oh,
was
it was
pretty
on-
much unwatchable.
Yeah. Well, I mean, heck, on season 22, the show was unwatchable, and I don't think this season has been unwatchable of South Park.
Right. So no, I think that's just the
I don't know. if
and
you've
like
seen
you
it-
said, the fact that, The Simpsons has gone through a bunch of showrunners
Yeah.
and there's a showrunner who you can kind of pinpoint as you did it.
Yeah. I don't.
Whereas,
I
like-
think I might have cut you off though, Josh. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. I don't remember the person who did the whole review or like what the actual points of the review were, but I was like, oh, that makes sense. I don't believe it, but it makes sense.
No, I think you're giving them way too much credit.
I mean, I might be, but still, I don't believe it.
Yeah, no, I think the South Park guys aren't as smart as
People say they
they
are.
make themselves seem. I don't think South Park in general is as smart as people say it is. I think you were the first to mention that to Shao,
Yeah,
and I think there's some weight to that.
I think
It's funny.
I've always said that South Park is easily in my top 3 of my favorite shows of all time, and I think I even fell for it because I never really was able to really like think that, but I would say it because everybody else would say it, and I'm human enough to admit that I was literally just being a part of the pack with that. But as I've gotten older, I'm like, South Park really doesn't make points about a lot of things. It just
They point out what people are doing
and
very
it's like
well.
I mean anybody could do that. Like what's the punch? Like what's the joke? People are stupid. Okay, Simpsons did it. Like
Simpsons did it.
that's why I like those kind of episodes because that episode has a point.
Right.
Some of these newer episodes, it's just like Star Wars. I don't. Well, that one had a point too, but I just don't like.
Or
when
was
they
it
do
Star
the-
Wars sucks?
Yeah, but I don't like when they do the both sides thing. I'm like, you can point out what's going on both sides, but I think you should say something about both sides. Like, don't just say everybody's stupid except for me. Like, but you don't even believe anything. So what are you talking about?
Right.
According
Well, I
to
mean,
that
that's part of the, Stan and Kyle thing is that they turned into the same person, and that same person was. Everyone else is an idiot.
But see, that's the thing that kind of annoys me about Stan and Kyle, just like as the show has gone on. I felt like in the early episodes, there was a clear difference between, like, and I'm talking about like the first 3 seasons. I felt like Kyle had like more of like a temper and,
Snarkiness.
right, and Stan was just kind of more like, he was more like the everyman. He was the straight man of the group. Now he and Kyle are both the straight man of the group, and they just straight face everybody all the time. And something I liked in this episode is that they pointed out the fact that the police officer assumed that Cartman and Kenny were responsible for Man Bear Pig, which they just thought was just more school shootings. And the reason why they thought it would be those two is because they're the
School shootery.
outcasts. They're the most school shooter because they're outcasts in the school, and that raises a good point. They've been mentioning it a lot lately, but Kenny just totally gets overlooked in this show, and he's by far the most interesting of those 4, in my opinion. I think he's even more interesting than Cartman.
In the episode prior, they basically just apologized for forgetting about Kenny.
Yeah, in the Halloween one, you're right.
Yeah.
Well, because they never knew what to do with Kenny once they stopped killing him,
But
Like,
then they made him the coon, and then he became the most interesting character. Then I mean, not the coon,
The Question.
no Mysterion.
yeah.
Oh, Mysterion, yeah.
And then I remember saying this when they did that trilogy. I was like, you know what? I wouldn't mind if they just did this from now on. Like if the show
Like-
just became about Mysterion, I'd be here for that. I thought that was more interesting than, especially at the time, some of those boring episodes they were doing.
They even gave like a canon reason as to why he kept coming back after dying.
Which retcon stuff that they've already done. But anyway,
Yeah.
I didn't mind it because I'm like, this is interesting. I want to know where this is going. And now that he barely comes up anymore, it's just really disappointing.
It's because it's hard to understand.
Well, because they don't know, because they don't plan anything out. Like, that's, I would say, I guess the benefit of, them doing episodes the way they do is because they can be on top of everything. The downside is, long term, a lot of things suffer.
How about that 2016 election, huh?
Yeah, they really stumped themselves on that one themselves. But okay, I just wanted to, obviously we don't do individual episode reviews for South Park because
Oh, I
we're
didn't
doing
get
that
my
for Star
thoughts of
right
the
now.
season.
Oh, did you not? Yeah, okay.
I can just say generally, it's about on par with last season. I appreciate that they're not doing the like super serialized thing that they were doing before, but it just South Park is getting to a point where like I watch it out of obligation at this point. It's not like something that I'm super excited about anymore. Because they don't do anything groundbreaking because they've already broke the ground.
Right.
Also, the world is just a South Park episode.
Seriously, if you look at the news, like the news is much more scandalous than a South Park episode. The fact that they're like so nonchalant to school shootings is not even a joke anymore, because that's literally how people on TV act. They literally just say the same thing over and over and over about shootings.
It'd be pretty funny if in the South Park episodes, like every time there's a school shooting, people just walk around saying thoughts and prayers, thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, basically.
But all right, yeah, just thought, I don't know, that's something interesting. Maybe whenever the season ends, you two can thingamajigger.
Wait, hold on. Illumination is doing the Mario movie?
Josh, stop stealing my shtick.
Hold on a second.
Well, Josh, allow me to illuminate you on the
All right, I'm leaving.
All right. Allow me to illuminate you know, what was Josh on the status of the Mario movie. So, Josh, did you actually leave?
No, I'm here.
Oh, I was kind of hoping you would just say nothing. And then like come back like drunk.
If I had alcohol, yes.
All right. So yeah, I guess moving on from South Park, were we done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Yeah, so there's a Mario movie and a Super Mario Bros. Movie in development, and Illumination is the studio who is supposed to make it.
It's us, Illumination.
So,
You know, Minions and the new Grinch movie.
so Josh, what I will say to you is that I think the first Despicable Me is good. It's not great, but it's good.
All right, they have
It's
one.
fine.
They have one serviceable movie.
I think that the reason people hate Illumination is because kids love Minions.
Why do people
Well-
hate everything that kids like?
Because Minions are annoying.
No, the minions
don't-
are annoying, but
But
why
kids
do people,
love Minions, and
why do
Illumination is a...
people hate everything that kids like?
Oh. Because everyone wants to feel smarter than kids. I don't know.
Oh, congratulations!
You're smarter than a...
somebody
You are, in
whose
fact,
brain-
smarter than a
whose
fifth grader.
brain hasn't even formed yet. Good for you.
I don't like it. I don't like Illumination because they just make really cheap, uninspired animated movies.
They didn't, I think.
In the beginning, no, but now it is.
I would argue that Despicable Me, and I haven't seen Sing, but I've heard that Sing's really not as bad as a lot of cynics have said. But those are the
Yeah.
only two that I'd give that to, because every
Have
other
you s-
movie I'm seeing on the thing.
No, I'm right with you. Like, Minions, I refuse to see it. I think that they're annoying. But, again, I think that a lot of the reason Illumination gets hate is because they run their business well. You know what I mean? Like, they just started with, like, you know, Minions came from just a normal, like, kids animated movie. It just so happens that, you know, the kids didn't love Gru. They love the weird yellow things.
The penises.
Which I saw something about how, like, there's some canonical proof that the Minions did not serve under Adolf Hitler.
Okay.
Like, they had to
Okay.
write that in. Like, I don't remember what exactly was said, but something about how apparently Minions have existed since the dawn of time as minions for, like, leaders.
Evil people, yeah.
Yeah, for evil people. Okay. So they had to prove that
That they weren't.
the
on
Minions
there.
didn't work for Adolf. Which I think is funny.
That'd be an interesting movie. The Nazi Minions.
I don't think Illumination's going to make that movie.
What makes you say that?
I don't think that they really want to talk to 8-year-olds about Nazis. Not to say that, you know, we shouldn't educate children on how Nazis are bad. But I can understand how Illumination is like, that's not what we're going to do.
Let's put it this way. Illumination has $2 billion movies in their discography, in their filmography, sorry. And it is Minions and Despicable Me 3. So, and Minions is their highest grossing movie.
Yeah,
with
and I
1.
think
1.159 billion.
I think that they would do the Mario movie. Put it this way: whatever Mario movie they make, you remember the Super Mario Bros. Movie from what was it, the 90s or the 80s?
The 90s.
Yeah, the one from the 90s. I don't think we're getting that again.
Ba-bomb. And a monkey.
I'd be willing to bet money that whatever we get from them It's gonna be a Mario movie. It might be annoying. It might not be good.
It'll be
Because
a bubble.
if this movie is good, this will be the first good video game movie.
Have you guys seen the Grinch or the trailers for the Grinch?
I
It's
the
banned.
thing that cracks me up about the trailers for the Grinch, I'm with the shell in that it's banned, is that Tyler the Creator sings the Mr. Grinch song, and I'm like, this is the guy who like, Tyler the Creator's gotten better. He has gone from rapping about murdering gay people and crashing airplanes to like flowers and shit. But
And coming out himself.
Well,
right, yeah, I think he did come out. If he's not, everyone knows that he likes boys, which, duh. The 19-year-old kid going around calling everyone the F word when they, grow up a little bit. They say that they are also into boys. It's like, yeah, that makes sense.
into penises.
All right, that's enough.
But no, an ad that I keep getting on Spotify for the Grinch is just them, like 30 seconds of them doing the goat screaming joke.
Isn't
From,
that
like, what-
also in another one of their movies?
Oh
Goat
God, if it
screaming?
is
I don't get it. What do you mean?
You know the screaming goat that would play with a bunch of, like, it was a meme that was played with
just
music. Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Thanks for the ear rape.
I tried not to scream.
Let's boost that gain in
No.
post.
No. But I mean, I'm ignoring the Grinch movie because I remember the Jim Carrey Grinch movie from.
Yep, that's banned too.
Yeah, like the only Grinch that exists in my universe is the old animated one.
Yep, the 60s one is the best.
Yep.
It's perfect. Leave it alone.
That's the
Perfect
only
length.
iteration of. Yeah, really. Like,
What?
it's
Not
the
even
only one that
60s.
exists.
It came out in 50. No. That was when the book came out. The
Oh, yeah, because you knew the guy who, right? Didn't you
No.
know guy? Oh, no, that was,
that was the guy who
Rudolph.
did the those like creepy
Claymation.
ones.
Yeah.
Rankin, Arthur Rankin. Yep.
Yeah.
He lived here in Bermuda.
But, so, yeah, the Grinch movie, not that we're going to talk too much about it. I think my friend, I should ask him how that went, because he took his girlfriend on a date to the Grinch movie.
They're
I'm
not
mainly
together no
jealous because he's my age, 22, and he has a 28-year-old girlfriend. And I'm like, man, I've been asking for this for, like, years. That's not fair.
The animated special came out in 66, by the way.
Okay.
Perfect. Leave it alone.
Yeah. No, yeah, like, that Grinch, it's timeless. It's like a Looney Tunes episode. Like, it works always and forever. So,
Dory
yeah.
Ravencroft is the voice of the narrator.
Yeah.
He sings the You're a Mean One, Mister. And you would know him as, what's his name? Tony the Tiger. Great. Do kids know Tony the Tiger today?
I think
They
no,
should.
Tony's still around. I think he got
Yeah.
redesigned. He's slimmer.
No.
So I saw a funny thing about Tony the Tiger. Tony Kellogg's had a Twitter account, and Tony was the mascot for it.
All right.
And like, so it was Tony's Twitter essentially. And a whole bunch of fucking furries just went and made that shit the worst. It's hilarious. They're like, Daddy Tony can frost my flakes.
No, Tony Tiger's still buff.
Okay.
About to say, because if he wasn't, that wouldn't make any sense. Like,
No, I
he's-
think that he's like always going to be in shape, but I think that. Okay, so is he like jacked?
I mean, he's always Jack.
So is he like, oh wait, I was about to make a JoJo's reference and you guys haven't seen enough.
Ding, ding, ding.
All right, I shouldn't have Googled Tony the Tiger 2018. Because I got a picture of Tony's ass.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Because that's definitely what I wanted to see. Don't Google that, everyone out there. Yeah, I found the headline: furries have the furries who sexually harassed Tony the Tiger.
Sexually harassed him. Jeez.
Leave Tony alone. He just wants to give kids cereal.
and tell them how great they are.
Even though the cereal that he's giving for them to them is so bad for them. Like, are you gonna promote exercise and your cereal is like 80% sugar? It's sugar and corn. Like,
Oh, you cynic.
oh, I love Frosted Flakes. I want, like, when we started talking about Frosted Flakes, I got hungry because I haven't eaten today. And I was like, damn, I think I got a bowl. I think I got a box of that downstairs.
Have you seen original Tony the Tiger? He used to look so derpy.
What was he like? I like
He was like kind of chubby, actually.
original Tony the Tiger. Oh, I don't. Oh, yeah, I'm happy they redesigned. He had a blood bandana,
He still does.
but this one says Tony on it. The other one, like, no, like Tony looks like, you know,
Tony will roll up on you.
Tony, you know, Suwu. I think that's Bloods. I think Pyru or Crips. I don't know. I'm not in a gang,
Derek.
if you can't
I was
tell.
gonna say, Derek, don't get that involved in here, nah.
The suit, you don't want the Bloods to pull up on the
Definitely
Ig'rance
do not want those
podcast.
problems.
But all right, so I guess we can get back to whatever. What's the next thing we're talking about? Oh, just the Disney streaming service. Again, we've mentioned that it's happening. So
Disney World.
it has a name. It's called Disney Plus. I think it's supposed to launch next year.
Jesus
Something
Christ.
that I saw was that something was said about, like, in their, like, a promotional, like, video or something like that they made for Disney Plus. Fox TV shows were in it, so, you know, like, we all knew that the Fox Disney thing was happening, but yeah, I guess we can expect more details about that buying out or merger or whatever to come out in the next year.
Disney World.
So yeah, there's a Johnny Quest movie in development.
Because we all asked for that.
It's gonna kick off the Hanna-Barbera
Cinematic universe.
It actually is.
I was gonna say, it's not even a joke, unfortunately.
You know what's going to be the issue with that, though? Like, how with the Avengers, it's like, well, this is the black guy, and this is the robot guy, and this is the kid. All Hanna-Barbera shows are the same thing.
Here's the bear, and the pink bear, and the blue bear, and the
And
other
here-
blue bear.
Here's the crew of problem-solving adolescents, and here's the crew of problem-solving adolescents,
And here's a car.
and here's a shark. Like,
Here's a dog.
this is going to be such a what the fuck. Also, to me, it's like, do kids know who Johnny Quest is?
No.
I
don't think
barely
most
know who
people-
Johnny
I was gonna
Quest
say,
is.
most people our age don't know who Johnny
Like,
Quest
the
is.
only Hanna-Barbera cartoon character who's popular still is Scooby-Doo in the Flintstones.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
Which, like, even the Flintstones, you know, took a
And the
huge backseat
Smurfs.
to.
And the Smurfs.
Okay, yeah, there was a Smurfs movie.
And Yogi, because of the movie. And Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry? Yeah, I guess
Yep.
Tom and Jerry.
They actually have a lot.
And they're
This is still
all
gonna be
and most of
an
them are
awful-
so bad. Like, of
You
the
don't like
ones.
Huckleberry Hound. Oh, my darling. Wait, what the heck? The weirdest things they made.
I liked what was the moose one? The Moose and the Squirrel.
Oh,
Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Rocky
Yes,
and
thank
Bullwinkle.
you. It was
I don't
ugly
know.
as sin.
I don't know if
They
Rocky
have a
and
movie.
Bullwinkle is their
There was a
property.
movie, right?
I don't think
Yeah.
that's Hanna-Barbera.
Is it not?
I don't think it is.
Wow. Because
I'm
I
gonna
remember,
check. I don't think it is.
like, the thing I remember about Rocky and Bullwinkle is that the backgrounds were never drawn, or like they weren't drawn half the time.
Quiet, you.
Was it not Hanna-Barbera?
No.
Huh. Yeah, J.A. Ward.
Yeah, it wasn't
J.A.
Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah. Huh. All right.
And
That was a dark time.
really interesting.
That was a dark time in animation history.
We'll talk about that one day.
Yeah, we can talk.
We can talk about the dark ages of animation.
There's a It's like 30 years.
Whenever we get around to doing one of these retrospective doodads that we lied and said we were gonna do.
Yeah. We have one in
Eventually.
the... It's loaded, you know.
Birdman.
Harvey Birdman?
Up and Adam.
Or Birdman, like...
Did you guys ever watch Secret Squirrel?
I remember
No.
Secret Squirrel. Wasn't it...
Or Hong Kong Phooey.
Which one was Hong Kong Phooey?
It
Oh, that was the Tong.
Yeah, the dog.
I swear to God, 2 of us are college graduates.
No,
I'm almost a
reason-
college graduate.
No, the way that we even know this is that we're college graduates. Like nobody
That's
under
true.
our age group even knows anything that we're talking about.
Yeah.
I got a gorilla for sale. Magilla gorilla for sale. Dun,
That
dun.
was so catchy. That was my shit as a kid. Like whenever Boomerang would do the like the
music
little
video
like
thingies.
song bumper. Yeah, the Magilla Gorilla one.
Magilla got a gorilla for sale. Magilla,
And what was the he's the king of the jungle, he ain't no lion. Yeah, that was Magilla Gorilla.
Magilla gorilla for sale. Dun, dun.
Why did like I don't know, why did that one why was the Magilla Gorilla the black one?
Because Smurfs.
Huh?
Do you remember Quick Draw Madraw?
Yeah, I do. Oh, we're just not gonna address the fact that the Magilla Gorilla song was the one
Nope.
that had like a soul-y kind of feel to it, and it's like, wait a minute. You're not slick.
Did you ever see Grape Ape?
Excuse me?
Grape Ape.
No.
Sorry. I'm just monkeying this whole thing up. Let's move on.
God
No.
damn it.
All right, so we should have put this with the other Illumination thing. So Shrek is getting a reboot, right? For some reason.
Because we asked for that.
Mind you, the
Because
first
memes.
Shrek came out in 2001, and like you can show it to kids today. Like it hasn't, like the,
It's aged well.
yeah, like it looks fine. You know, like it does look, you know, the 3D animation does look like it's from 2001. Like that, like the scene where he's like jumping in mud is a little like Thank God we, you know, look better than that now, but
Kids
it
watch
still
Peppa
is fine.
Pig though. Like, I don't really think they're that transfixed with the graphics as older people are.
Oh yeah, no, kids don't care.
Like, it has color and it's funny. That's all I needed.
Yeah. But, and who's gonna, oh, I swear to God, if Kevin Hart's a donkey, I'm gonna be,
You know what?
because I think that's who it would be.
Oh God! Watch you've just like spoken that into existence.
I'm like, if I was working at Illumination and I had to pick who I wanted to be Donkey for the new Shrek movie, it'd be Kevin Hart.
And they'll do it.
And what's the name of the guy from? I don't know. I was gonna say I don't know who would want to be Shrek.
Well, I guess my thing with recasting, why?
That's true. You could just
Mike
get Eddie
Myers
Murphy.
and Eddie Murphy are still alive,
And I don't think either of them are really up to too much right now.
right? Like,
You might be able to get them for cheaper than. Well, I don't know if you would actually, because they would know Shrek is going to be a hit, and they're like, no, you're giving us a lot of money for this.
Cheaper
And
than
they-
a dollar store whore.
and they are
Who are they
who
gonna-
they are. So
Who's going to be the new Smash Mouth? You see, that's why this movie can't happen, because the memes are never going to be able to live up to the original.
some
Like, we're never going to get something, because what was it, like 2015? Like 2014, 2015, like Shrek memes were the shit.
and they're still going for some reason.
Yeah.
We should have a all-star playing it like really quietly in the background
Through the...
You gonna do
through
that?
through this section.
You gonna do that, Josh?
You gonna do that?
Or no, that would just because I was gonna say we could like the episode starts off with some, and then we go through 2 hours and end with
Body.
Buddy once told me.
Can
Oh,
we
that's
just be
also a
honest?
great.
Can we just be honest though?
That's not happening.
The only good Shreks are the first 2 ones.
Oh yeah, I agree.
And Puss in Boots is alright, but that's
I never saw
one
Puss in
thing.
Boots,
It's
but no,
alright.
the first 2 Shreks are very good movies.
'Cause
Like I think they're
three-
very, very good movies.
3 is abysmal. 4 is a little better, but it's
I didn't watch Shrek 4.
ugh.
After 3 with the babies, I was like, nope.
I only watched
You
Shrek
added
2.
babies. That's not a good sign.
Shrek babies, they make your dreams come true.
So are we all, we're all looking forward to the Shrek reboot starring Kevin Hart and... Fuck. Hold on, who would I get as Shrek?
To answer your first question, though, no.
No. Oh,
Oh Jesus!
you really got on the mic for that one. Jesus. I don't like ASMR to shout.
I don't think
Speaking-
anybody does.
Speaking of ASMRs, this is completely unrelated, but who cares? We're the Ig'rance podcast, and I think that we've started to figure out how to hit full stride Ig'rance.
I think we came out the bat with full stride ignorance today.
But I think like in the middle of like the lifespan of this podcast, we were like, no, we're really going to be serious and, make a bunch of points about everything we're talking about.
Yeah, we don't
And
do that
now,
anymore.
well, now we're
Now-
like, no, we're going to make points because they do think that we say stuff that has substance to it.
But we're not taking ourselves any
But
kind of
it's
serious.
sprinkled on top of what I'm about to say. Like I was talking to a friend, and I don't know how we got
Oh,
onto the
no.
subject of ASMR videos, but he mentioned that like there was one where a girl was just eating a was eating honeycombs,
Ugh.
and I thought he was talking about honeycombs as in the cereal.
He meant like bee honeycomb.
Yeah, and I was like, but I thought he was talking about the cereal, and I was like, where the fuck do you find honeycomb cereal anymore?
Those honeycomb commercials used to scare me when I was a kid. That little monster thing used to terrify me.
What was the honeycomb mascot?
It was like a guy would eat honeycombs and then he'd become this crazy like porcupine looking thing. It would act like the Tasmanian devil and just spin around the room.
Oh, I hate this. No, I hate this. This is nah. Fuck honeycombs.
Yeah, you found it, right?
Yeah,
Bug eyes. That thing was horrifying.
yeah. This. Well, honeycombs were never like one of my favorite cereals as a kid. They were way too like garbage.
I don't think I've ever had
Oh.
honeycombs.
They're
before.
not good.
Oh look, it's Sonic the Hedgehog.
Or
This is
something
like
out of Five Nights at Freddy's.
This is like Sonic the Hedgehog's cousin, Bernie the Meth Head. Like,
Hey, are you ready for whatever this thing is called?
but yeah, sorry about that, everyone. I hope what people should start doing when we get on these tangents,
Yeah, just have Google up.
just Google it with us, and you'll, understand what we're talking about because this is horrifying.
We're looking
But,
at that one picture. If you look him up on Google, that one picture of him behind that black kid.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, I'm about to,
He's looking at his next victim.
yeah, like you're next. So speaking of us talking, like having actual points, this next conversation, do we want to save this for the end or do we want to do it now?
We can do it now.
Okay. So, we had mentioned this, and I think Shell mentioned this in the last episode or something like that, and we said that it hadn't been confirmed, so, I want to go on the record and apologize for, I guess, not saying what you said was right,
So therefore, in the future, everything I say was always right from now on.
We can't do that.
I am infallible.
I don't think that we can allow the Shell to be omnipotent on the Ig'rance podcast.
Worship me.
You can start the Shell is omnipotent podcast, but that's separate from this.
You shall build statues in my honor because I was right that Apu was being written out of a show that should have been canceled 20 years ago.
20 years ago?
Maybe
Yeah,
being
it could have
too
been
harsh,
canceled
but-
20 years ago. No, it could have been 20 years ago was season 11. It could have been canceled 20 years ago. I would have been all right with that. Then I could actually say The Simpsons is the greatest TV show of all time. But
Batman.
maybe. But yeah, Apu has been written out of The Simpsons. Or
Officially?
is going to be. I don't think the episodes come out yet. But I don't know if he's the current showrunner, but one of like the, was it Al Jean? Who said it?
Algene Dayamine.
Hold on. I think it was Algene who said it. Wait, no. Apparently Algene said Apu is not being removed. Oh.
Take down all of your worship statues for me. Never listen to anything I have to say.
Hold on. I'll get final clarification on what's happening with Apu.
Like, comment, and subscribe if you have the answer.
Okay, so I'm seeing two different things. On November 1st, Algene said it's not happening. There was an article written on October 27th that says, hold on, I want to actually read this. You all talk about like opinions on this while I get.
I believe I said this last time, and I'm just going to reiterate it. My solution to this whole thing is cancel The Simpsons.
Just cancel the show.
No, what you said last time was I think they should write every character out of The Simpsons. Which I'm in favor of that idea.
I mean, they killed off all those years ago. They killed off Ned's wife. Like, why don't they just one season, every episode, they just kill somebody off until there's nobody left?
I'm with it.
Starting with the main Simpsons.
Yeah, we could kill off literally all of them.
I'm about to say the only one of those that I don't mind anymore is Maggie, because she doesn't talk.
Yeah.
So you cut out, and I knew exactly what you said.
Hold on. Yeah, so I don't know what's gonna happen, but Algene says no. Other anonymous resource or other anonymous sources are saying yes.
Algene Dayamine.
Which, because Algene's been on The Simpsons for like ever.
Yeah.
He was there for the peak and the long running dark times.
Yep.
So I don't know what that says, but yeah, I guess I like Michelle said. I don't think, because I don't know what Apu says.
From
what point is being made? Like, what point does Apu make on The Simpsons? Even back when like The Simpsons was great.
People's issues is that Apu is a convenience store clerk and he talks with a Indian accent.
Apu was a stereotype. Like, there's
Yes,
He's
everyone
a stereotype.
no like he's just
everyone in that show is a stereotype.
yeah. So I think that if a point was being made about like with Apu being a stereotype, I'd get it. But
Has Simpsons made a point?
They used
Like
to.
any?
yeah, that's like 20 years ago.
There's an episode, I can't remember what it's called, but it's an episode about sexual abuse that was like way ahead of its time because it fits exactly to what's going on
Was
today.
it which one? Was it
the one with the babysitter?
Yeah, where like Homer tries
Yes,
to a
yes.
piece of candy gets stuck to her
On
butt.
her butt. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and she
he-
thinks that he tried to sexually assault her, and then she overblows it, and I'm like, "Ooh, you have no idea how relevant that is today."
But the episode does make the point that like this is an actual thing that happens, but Homer
Right.
was just
Don't equate what he did to that,
right.
and don't be
Does
so
it?
quick to just demonize somebody.
Listen to both sides of the argument, I guess. Like, because it definitely is an issue, but this is not that.
Yeah.
And this, because she legitimately, like, she didn't know that he was trying to. Because it's stupid, because he's Homer, right? You see someone reaching for your butt and gurgling, you're like, excuse me. But,
Remember when that
Yeah.
used to be like endearing?
what, the donut thing? Yeah. Remember
It's
when,
so
like,
not funny anymore.
you saw Homer and smiled?
Yeah, like if I go back into old episodes, it still makes me laugh. But it's just something about the show now. Whenever I
Shit,
see
like-
them do the old jokes, I'm like, oh, this again.
One thing I remember about The Simpsons, like speaking of Apu, there was the episode where people are trying to it had something to do with immigrants in Springfield, and like Apu like had to get his green card or something like that, and like he ended up knowing more about America than everyone else.
That's pretty funny. I remember that one.
you know, like, and he tried, like, went through a bunch of stuff to, like, be whatever everyone else was telling him the model American was. So, like, Homer goes into the Quickie Mart, and Apu has a 10-gallon hat on and is like, "Howdy there, Homer."
I remember that.
And he offers him, like, hot dogs and
That's
just
such
crap.
a good episode.
Yeah.
Doesn't Apu have like a doctorate in something?
Maybe? I don't remember.
I hate Apu now because Apu, the joke of Apu is he hates being a parent, and like that's just unpleasant. Like I don't get any amusement out of that. He could have been written out of
No.
the show a long
Yeah.
time ago for me.
And they don't use him, again, like that episode I mentioned, where, like, they're talking about how America treats immigrants.
Yeah,
Like,
they
you
could have
know,
used him for
that's-
that today.
But yeah, but like how they did in that episode, it's like that's a great. It's, you know, there still is a conversation to be had about the fact that a white guy is voicing a
Indian
Indian
character when
person?
they could just get an Indian person to do it.
Right.
Though I will say, I think Hank Azaria does do a good job. I think he's funny. So
Oh yeah, like it's good.
there's an argument to be made that that is like unfair, and perhaps he should not do that anymore. But
Right.
I think he made Apu back in the day. So
Yeah.
thank you and come again.
Was
that racist to do that?
Yeah.
Well,
I guess.
now we have to write you out of the show now.
Oh well. Good luck getting these things uploaded.
But you know, that's, I guess, the point. Back when The Simpsons did it, it wasn't dated. You know, it's like back how when. Well, I won't really compare this. I mean, I guess it's kind of. I don't know. Back when The Simpsons did this, the conversation about like racial representation in TV shows wasn't really
Nobody was listening
in the
to it.
forefront.
No, nobody was
Yeah.
listening to it.
Yeah. So, like, The Simpsons could get away with it, you know, in the 90s. But now people are more woke for better and for worse, so. It's a situation of it being for better, I think. But
Oh yeah, Apu has a PhD in computer science, and he graduated top of his class
Wow.
out of 7 million.
7 million. That's pretty funny. I mean, you know. Whatever.
But yeah,
I mean,
I guess.
You know, The Simpsons. It's just a thing that's on TV at this point.
Yeah. And, like, how Tichelle feels about South Park. Like, the first 9 seasons of The Simpsons are in my top 3 favorite shows of all time.
If I could do that, then I'd agree. But that's not fair.
Right. So, you know, I loved this show, but again, and I don't think that writing out characters, like, just, hey, if they keep on doing this
There'll be no
in the
one
next
left.
20 years. But that's the issue with The Simpsons. They have so many characters. It would be tough.
We should write off all the retarded
Whoa.
representation characters.
Whoa.
Do I have to bleep that out?
Do we?
No, we'll just wag our finger at Josh.
Gosh, don't say that word.
Yeah, we reprimanded him, listeners. That's enough, right?
Like, comment, and subscribe if you have something to say about that.
And he ruined it.
No, but seriously, like, we don't condone that.
Yeah.
He didn't mean that.
Yeah. No, like, that's, yeah. No.
Bad Joshy.
You know,
I
he's
shouldn't have
learning.
laughed. That totally undermined that.
We're teaching our white boy how to,
Oh, all right.
How to society.
yeah. Baby
No,
steps.
we'll talk to him off camera.
I am the society.
We'll beat Josh off camera if that makes everyone feel better.
Now, there's more incrimination towards yourself. I'm definitely killing myself today.
Unfortunately.
Whoa!
You know what?
Did we talk about Etika last episode? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. He's still okay,
Yeah.
everyone.
He's
Go ahead and
still
plug
doing
the-
all right.
Michelle, go ahead and plug the suicide hotline number.
Got you.
1-800...
It is 1-800-273-8255. It's available
There you
24
go.
hours every day. And that's not a joke.
Yeah.
If you
No,
need
we
help,
really
call
do
them.
care about mental health on the Ig'rance podcast. Like, it's a huge deal.
Yeah. You know what, actually? And you'll hear it first here, everybody. I think I'm going to incorporate that in this show a little bit more. I'll give it some thought, but that is something that obviously hits very close to home for me, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On a
Apu.
lighter note,
Taking
Bad
yourself too
Boys
serious
3. This is the spice everyone's been waiting on.
Derek, can you tell the audience the story about that time we went to the animation thing at our school and that the boy was not impressed with what he saw?
So we were at this animation showcase at our college, right? I think it was my freshman year.
Yeah. This is when you first got there.
And
This is I don't
there was
remember it.
this really weird thing, like
Thing. It wasn't a
animation. I
movie.
think it was a senior project or something like that, and it was about like you guys remember that episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog where they go to the hotel and there's that cockroach that's like, "You want to know what made those bones?
You don't
You don't want to know what made those bones."
Yeah.
Like there was a cockroach like walking or like fucking around that looked like that, but it was weird and it was like experimental, but like bad because nothing made any sense. And Michelle and I like, because we react to we were reacting to everything that we were watching, and we just watched it like staring at that screen for like 90 seconds or however long it was, and then we just looked at each other and shrugged like, what the fuck was that? And a guy like right behind us was like, no, boo.
And then later on, you gotta tell him what he did later on.
What do you do?
You
Did
don't
he just
remember
leave?
when he just got up and he like gave it a big thumbs?
Oh, yeah.
You jerk.
And like chances are the kid who made that was like there. And that was my first time I had ever seen someone actually like legitimately boo at something. That's such a cartoon character thing to do.
So I bring that up because that is how I react to hearing Bad Boys 3. Boo, thumbs down.
All right. Yeah, no, I don't care. I like the first Bad Boys, like unironically, it's bad.
I
It's
don't
not
know
a good
anything
movie.
about Bad Boys.
It's
Michael
Will
Bay
Smith
movie.
and Martin Lawrence. Yeah,
Directed by
for
Michael
black
Bay.
people.
Mm.
Boo.
It's bad. Another boo. There are I thought it was Shazam reboots. And I was gonna Shazam reboots. But they're just Shazam reshoots. So yeah, Shazam, it's coming out next year, and you know
And they have to
they've
reshoot
entered
everything.
reshoots, which that's not. If they're announcing that they're entering reshoots, that's not just like a pickup scene.
Nope.
No, that's like they got in the editing bay and they were like, "This movie does not work."
Go figure. A DC movie doesn't work.
A
You
DC
know the
movie
last-
doing reshoots.
You know the last DC movie that went through reshoots?
Justice League.
Yeah,
You know what was before that?
Dawn of
Suicide
Justice.
Squad.
Oh, the Suicide Squad had reshoots?
Lots of them. You know what was before
Oof.
that? Dawn of Justice. Oops.
You know what's before that? Superman.
Were there reshoots for Man of Steel?
I don't remember there being any, but there might have been. That one was kind of low profile before it came out.
Yeah.
Compared to these ones, at least.
Right, but yeah,
Still
Shazam.
technically part of the universe.
Shazam's going through reshoots, which I'm not shocked. Why do we never hear about Marvel reshoots?
Because they're smart enough to keep their drama under wraps.
Or, you know, they know the movie they're making before they make it. In that whole pre-production stage where, you know, the screenwriting is happening. You know, they write the movie and then they look at the movie and they're like, all right, can we make this movie as is?
Okay, Josh, do you remember that scene in the first Undertale game where you go into that one room and you find out that the whole game was programmed by a dog?
Yes.
I have a feeling that's what they're letting happen in the writing room over there at DC. Like, the humans get the credit, but they just let dogs run free on a keyboard, and then whatever they come up with, it's like, genius!
Or they just like They just take a whole bunch of comic books, staple them together.
They just cut lines like one of those ransom letters.
Yeah.
That's probably what the DC writing room looks like. Just oh god, page 52 and 7. That's
And you know what's a shame?
that's our act 2.
The writers there are not untalented people. Like, they could do good stuff, but it's like every time they get a DC movie, like,
Yeah, reshoots. And the other issue with reshoots is that they're so expensive
yeah,
because you have to get
to pay
everyone
everybody.
back.
yeah.
And like a lot of times people are doing other things. You know, if you stop shooting
Henry
in
Cavill.
July, yeah, if you stop shooting in July and then in like, let's say they stop shooting in August, it's November now. There's a decent chance that a lot of these like, the talent, they're like, no, I'm planning to be on set for this, or I had to, gain or lose X pounds for this, or I had to get a haircut for this, like,
Or I had to
a
grow a mustache.
Yeah.
And now you have to CG it all.
CGI out my mustache. Yeah, I don't know what's going on outside. Someone's car is. All right, they stopped it. I live in a nice neighborhood. Don't be doing that.
Don't be stealing.
Yeah. No stealing.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a dog. Sorry about that. Hold on, I'll probably cut that out. You done?
The dog wants to
No.
give his 2 cents on the Shazam reshoots too.
All right.
Yeah, he
Oh,
also hates DC.
All right. Well, whatever.
Maybe
That's
the
our
dog was
dog.
in the writing room.
Yeah, he's a writer. He's mad that we're
We're
shit talking
Yeah,
him.
we're talking bad
Yeah.
about his work. I'm sorry.
But yeah, is that the last film thing that happened? Yeah, I guess that's it for that. So I guess Ig'rance is next, right?
I don't know what this Lenny face means.
Okay, so before we get into that, I do want to mention a dream I had Thursday night. Just a quick
Okay.
little thing because I don't know what it has. I just want to share this with my friends. Tashelle, you kept your arms in this one.
Oh, thank God. I have a habit of losing limbs in Derek's dreams for some reason.
That was just for like a month.
For like a month.
Okay, hold on. So let me find out exactly what I said. Okay, so I had a dream, right? Where I'm landing a Star Destroyer, like a Star Destroyer is crashing.
Can I
And
stop
I'm
you
lame?
right there? This is
Yeah.
the nerdiest dream I've ever heard, and it just started. Please continue.
So I'm landing a Star Destroyer with Obi-Wan Kenobi and Scrappy Doo.
Okay, now it's the
All right.
nerdiest dream. Continue.
And I don't remember everything. I just remember like certain scenes from it. So that's happening one moment. And then the next, you guys remember that Space Jam, like that scene at the end of Space Jam where Michael Jordan is playing basketball against the aliens?
Yes.
So I'm in that playing with Michael Jordan or playing against the aliens, except all of the aliens are Frank Ocean.
Derek, you're not allowed to have dreams anymore.
Robot Chicken, were you listening to this? You've got your next sketch.
Yeah,
That's probably how they wrote their sketches.
I don't know. I thought it was interesting. And yeah, I guess not. I'm sorry. I'll just let myself out.
Oh God, this podcast has become a meme. Jeez.
It's not going to get any better.
Oh, I was just allowing that.
Oh God.
So, there's a really decent chance this is going to get shut down fast. But I was thinking,
He wouldn't
Yeah.
tell us what this was before, by the way.
no, I
Oh,
refuse
this is
to,
one of
they're gonna
these
shoot it down.
things.
So, if you were to get paid per ejaculation, how much would it cost for you to do that for a living?
Oh my fucking god. Tashal, I'll let you go first.
Like, Tashelle left. Like, what's your rate? Is it like one per day or like?
Well, how
Alright.
much am I getting paid?
That's what I'm asking. How much? Like,
How
I don't
much
know.
do
What's
you-
your rate?
If somebody is, I can't believe I'm even entertaining this question, but I feel like if somebody is like gonna approach me or something like that, like, I mean, I'm gonna shoot for the moon. I'm gonna say $1 million. Like, are you kidding me?
Really? Per ejaculation? Per nut, you need $1 million.
I mean, why do you want that? You weirdo. Like,
Well, they don't necessarily want it. They're just offering to pay you.
all right, $1 million. How about that?
All right, Josh.
All right, so I'm gonna entertain the actual question that you asked.
Yeah.
You said to make a living,
Yeah.
how much I'd have to get paid per nut to live?
Yeah.
Oh, if that's
Like,
the question,
how much of a living are you willing to make if that's your job?
I mean, I already do it for free, so if I have to do that to survive, like, let's see.
Like, does volume matter?
See, that I don't know.
Because then I can't do it every single night. Like,
Right. No, like, I think, like, no, you can't be shooting blanks.
well then,
So at least once a day, because that's not shooting blanks, but that's damn near close to it.
yeah, but I
Yeah.
can't do every night.
Right.
Eventually, you'll start, you know,
You'll get tired. And
right? It just won't even interest you.
I guess that's the other question. Like, is it going to feel like a job eventually?
We should have a
'Cause-
porn star on.
Oh shit,
Do
they
you
do
know
get
any?
paid per nut.
Actually,
Funny story. I think I brought him up once. I know somebody. I should say I went to school when I was much younger with somebody who went into that business and then messaged me on Facebook. And when I figured out who they were, I was like,
no. Didn't keep that nastiness over there. Not that there's anything wrong with, like, being a sex worker. I just think
oh
it's
no,
nasty.
I say get your money how you get your money. This person just didn't have good intentions. I have no problem. Look, I'm all do your thing. That what's the girl's name who slept with the person in the White House? Whatever her
Stormy,
name is.
I think.
Yeah, Stormy something. I think she might be helping to normalize that, which I think is good because I think we do shame people for how they make the money. I'm like, trying to make you. It don't hurt nobody, and everybody likes it. So
And the people shaming it are the people watching it. So,
watching
like,
it exactly.
You can't be mad at the drug dealer for selling you crack. And this is a lot less worse, a lot less bad than drugs. So,
It's also free.
No, don't
That's
say
true.
that. It's not supposed to be free. If you're watching it for free, you're technically watching it illegally.
Well, it depends. On some places it's free. All right, let's not get into that because
Right? I don't want to get
I don't think
sued
that.
by a blinking adult entertainment company.
Yeah, if we're gonna talk like name drop adult, like we'll name drop some things, but like adult entertainment places, y'all gotta seriously pay us.
Because you all make a lot of money.
Yeah. So,
And I'm trying
Josh.
to make a kid show. Why did
Alright,
you even
so
ask me
Josh.
this question?
so Josh, what's your answer? Like, how
Well, let
much
me-
is enough of a living for you to be comfortable if that's all you have to do?
Well, I currently don't pay any bills because college student, except for my college tuition. All right, so let me pull out the calculator real quick.
To show does your answer change now that I've added in?
Yeah.
Is it still $1 million?
Well, I mean, if it's to live, it doesn't really matter what it is, right? The number won't change if it's to live.
I mean, right, but like if they were to be like, I will, offer you this, I don't know. I guess it's like, this is your per nut rate. Like instead of how much you make per hour, it's like, obviously, if like with a normal job, like a good job in America, like if you're making $20 per hour in most places in America, that's good. But, obviously $20 per nut, that's awful.
This can never go out. This is the worst episode we've ever done. Oh my
You think
God.
so?
I'd have to
have a-
get paid $224 per nut.
I have a kid show.
How much is that, Josh?
$224 per nut.
Yeah, how much does that equate to, like, in a year?
In a year, it equates
Roughly.
to $35,000 if you're nutting 3 times a week.
That's fair.
This feels like a conversation that could very much so bite me in the butt in a little while.
Well,
That's enough to pay off the bills that I do have.
all right. Jachelle's allowed to abstain because,
Children's show.
yeah, for this episode, we have a gun to Jachelle's head. That's the only reason he's answering. So,
Yeah, that equates to about $670 per week.
that's all right. I can dig it. All right,
Which-
well, that's all I had.
I'm kind of speechless.
Does
So
the
what's your answer to Derek?
Um,
Gotta give us a little tit for tat.
yeah, no, you're right. Hold on, let me... My rate might be a little lower than Josh's. Um... Yeah, I'm at like 150.
So you're cheap.
A little bit. It's not that much work,
Yeah. That's if you're doing it 3 times a week, though.
Oh, I did 5.
Oh, you did 5?
Yeah. But that's to make 40 grand a year. It's like I'm making more than you,
Yeah, but it's less per nut, so...
I mean, granted, as is right now, if someone was like $1, I'd take that because I don't make, because as it is right now, it's like it's gonna happen.
Regardless.
Like it's not like the money would, make or
So-
break. It's like, I mean, this is just, it's like if someone offered you like money to breathe, it's like, I mean, you're gonna say yes because you breathe all the time.
If you were to beat off once every day, you would be making to do 40,000 a year.
We need to start putting
7.
like disclaimers in this.
You'd get paid 109 if you did once every day.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. I guess that's the thing. If there's anyone out there, I don't know how we're gonna make this work. Just because I don't know how you would verify that the deed was
Patreon.
done. Because, I'm not doing that in front of someone else. That's just weird to me.
Just show them the cup.
Excuse me?
You gotta beat
What
off
cup?
the cup.
Is that what you do? Are you telling them yourself, Josh?
No, you're selling.
I never
your
said you were
nut.
selling it to them.
Oh, you're just getting
What
paid
kind
per
of
nut.
sick weirdo is this person? I don't think I want to take any money from them.
No, you don't necessarily have to sell it to them.
But they're paying you
Oh.
to do like that's weird. I don't like this.
If I'm selling it to them, I'm charging more. Like, that means I have to,
Well, sperm banks
shoot
don't.
into some kind of reciprocal. Like,
You can sell it to sperm banks.
sperm banks are very nitpicky about who is and is not allowed to donate sperm.
Oh, that's right. You have dark skin. My bad.
Sperm banks are also super problematic, but
I didn't know that.
yeah. Which
I
we
guess
could
this
get
is-
into in a less ridiculous podcast.
Later on down the line, I can see how problems could arise if it's like,
Test tube babies.
I don't think they're growing babies.
Then take your sperm.
Is that what they say?
I've heard an instance of that happening. I don't want to paint
Well,
them all with that brush, but
You like have to be attractive and have like perfect health. Like like they look at your DNA and they're like, you have to have no like hereditary diseases and
Yeah.
like there's like DNA requirements to donate.
you're ugly. You don't deserve to have children.
I mean, they do that though, like, because I guess if you were a woman and you got impregnated from a sperm bank and your baby comes out and it grows up to be ugly, I'd be pissed.
So you wanted to have an ugly baby? Thanks, Mom.
No, you wanted to have a not ugly baby. You wanted to have a beautiful baby.
No, I'm saying if she went there and got an ugly person's sperm, it's like you knew I would be like this and you did it anyway. You're the worst mother of all time.
Yeah, so they're very pick. Because if it wasn't, I'd imagine, every 17-year-old would be like, I can do what? This is amazing.
I'd hope there would be an age limit on that.
I imagine there
Wasn't
is.
there a Simpsons episode about that?
I think there was a Family Guy episode.
Bip, bip, bip,
That might be a bit much for The Simpsons.
bip, bip.
I don't think The Simpsons really talks about cum.
Thank God.
Yeah. All right, well, that's all I got for this episode.
We ending out real strong this week.
I try,
We're
It was
talking
an
about all
interesting-
this. We're talking about all this while I'm still staring at the magic card, Sky Whaler's Shot. So I
I
mean,
don't
do
even
with
know
that
what
what you
card
want.
does.
Oh, it's awful. Destroy target creature with power 3 or greater. Scry 1. It's not the greatest. It's a 3-drop.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Hold on, let me look. Sky
Oh.
Whaler Shot. All right, it's from Kaladesh. Yeah, that card's bad.
Yeah.
And on that note, everyone,
All right,
Yeah, I
that's
think we're
episode
done.
22 of the Ig'rance podcast.
on
I have
behalf of
successfully
these two,
sabotaged this podcast.
I apologize.
You didn't say no to this conversation.
You had the power to veto. He is right.
There's a decent chance this conversation won't even make it into this. We'll see. If Tashel leaves it in, then that proves that he is potentially more ignorant than he lets on to.
Well, the funny thing is, whether I do it or not, you two will never know.
I might listen to the end of this episode.
Okay, bye.
Bye.